In fact, we invented them to ensure there is peace. So what are we talking about? It's a normal thing. It's a normal thing that happens. Once you fail as a government to protect your people, international partners, they have the moral obligation to act to protect your people. And that's why the US government, at this point, they have the moral obligation to intervene in Nigeria. And the annoying part again, some of them tell us that our resources, they are coming to steal our resources. And I keep wondering, which resources? As we speak in Nigeria now, we all know that the major resources of this country is the lifeline of this country of resources is in the south. Let's even narrow it down. It's in the south, which is oil. If we are talking about tax, even the tax, how many of the northern states can book of tax revenue for the country? No. Every major tax happens in the south. So which revenue are they talking about? Is it the revenue that they are stealing, they are illegally mining? Even the Chinese are those are even the major people that are buying the most of the Chinese and the political elites. So which resources are they coming to steal? The resources that at the moment that the country is not benefiting from? No, we cannot be deceived. So there's no issue, it's not an issue of resources. It's an issue about life. And for me, this intervention is a matter of urgency. As soon as the US government come, the better. But again, I'm not going to be ignorant about the fears of some of these our Muslim brothers. But for me, what I would tell them, let them be assured. I'm going to assure them that the military, the US government.
Samuel, please.
Yes.
Beware with the word assure. The person who don't talk assure, don't die. This is where you assure 2015. I'm a terrorist.
I miss that word. I miss that word. Assure.
Okay, make I assure them. Make I first assure them.
Anybody will pronounce assure. They watch them somehow. Thank you.
My boss, I'm like, no vex. But honestly, I want to assure the Nigerian Muslims that the US are not coming for Muslims. They are coming for extremists. And let it be clear. So the focus of the US and the bill states clearly. The bill states clearly that they are coming to protect the people. So they're not coming for Muslims to come and kill Muslims. So let that one be clear. And let it be clear that we Nigerians, either Christians or even traditional worshippers, we will not wait and see Muslims being those Muslims who are not part of this, cannot kill people to be killed. No, we will not do that. We have humanity. I'm a person being humanity. We are not going to watch that. So there's no issue. No. We are not Muslims killed. What we are calling for is extremists. And those extremists, whether you are a Christian or you are a Muslim or you are a traditionalist and you are extremist, you are killing people, you will be killed. Whichever part of the country you are, you will be killed. That's it. As long you stand in the way to killing people, you'll be killed. So that's our position. So there's no issue of they are afraid that the target of US is no. And the bill is very clear. That bill itself is the agreement between the Nigerian people, the US government, and the Nigerian people to come in and accomplish their mission. So if they have any, go and read the bill. And tomorrow, we will hold the US government accountable with that bill if they go otherwise on the mission. So for me, that's my position. Thank you. I use the mic.
Thank you so much. The Islamization of Nigeria is not going to be possible. And if at all, they will know their boundaries. And I'm happy now that those from Niger States, Kaduna, also Kaduna, Nasarawa, Benue, Abuja, Adamawa, Taraba states. These are the states. So far, in Kwara also, they are saying that they're not part of Nigeria. So they are also disassociating themselves from these governments. And they say if they decide to separate, they'll be on their own. They will join this out of Nigeria. Bashir has been really mad since yesterday. They was doing land grabbing. Anyway, Nigeria has never been this bad. But I will say thank God for Tinubu's emergence as the president of Nigeria, because him, there wouldn't have been any permanent solution to this whole nonsense going on. So I would say Tinubu, at least he can be used for a bad example. Because he have entered my own that accolade. But let me applaud you. But they should do something. Their torchlight not going to enter Nigeria now. So right now, even Akpabio had to associate himself. He said, "Baby, to Trump." You think we talk anyhow? All your houses, they know where them dinner. All your investment for Yankee, they know where them. All the money you own are still have. So if you misbehave, all right. So I'm beg over to you. Thank you.
I probably power now for
I've known after I do. They're going to seize our passport again. Nigeria.
Imperfect. When I dey speak, maybe my time. After me,
No,
like
after this guy, so I had to go next. They'll come to
okay.
come to Osita.
yeah.
Osita just tell me
Perfect. How come?
this
Because I'm being
Am I
civil,
am I on
imperfect.
time?
You keep
this will be here for like over
I'm being civil.
please. Oga accent. Hold on, please. Hold on, please. When you're supporting Aerofy some 2 years ago, you're not being safe. When I beg one Aerofy, please hold on, please. I get headache. Who do you talk? I beg Sulamex. Over to you. Thank you so much.
Yeah, Impa, well done.
Welcome.
I greet everybody. You know, before the space crashed before, you were so mad. You were boiling like a hot canoe. I said, "Abeg, calm down, make you no pop off from pot." You know. So the thing is that some of our people, they what to call that Nigeria kept media.
So
Thank God.
do you know why I was mad? Sorry, no.
Yeah,
Now these Lagos boys.
yeah,
So now we know I don't business. I
yeah.
spent like this between February this year and last week. I feel at least 60 days in Nigeria.
Yeah.
I don't go Jos, Benue, Kano, Kaduna, Niger, Abuja, Nasarawa. The last 4 weeks I've been to these places. Rivers included, Oyo, Ogun, and Lagos. Almost 12 or 13 states. But one idiot will never leave Lagos. But since they gave birth to them, they didn't just go Ibadan and come back. Because they argue with you about Nigeria. That's my anger. You won't travel, you won't go to other places, you won't only what you argue with what you see online. So these boys, they won't just make you go move mad. Now they're saying that they want to overturn Tinubu because Obi no win election. Now make us so they push this. They go on with submission revenue.
But the thing is that if for me, if I try to say avoid anything in Nigeria, I can't.
You can't.
It's my
Then will
fatherland.
provoke you.
You know? So the thing is that some of them don't know what is going on. One guy that spoke, I said that the Nigerian government is 100% right. When good luck said there is local Haram people in my country, people thought he was just bluffing. So now, would they use Buhari? They push a lot. They were with Jonathan. Jonathan couldn't allow them. They do everything. Chipogias, blah, blah, blah. They use Takia on Obama. The security, Chipogias, they push out Jonathan. They brought in Buhari because Buhari is their man, is their managed man to their plan. So when Buhari came, all happy, put themselves in a strategic position in that government. For that 8 years, they captured Nigeria. Tinubu is just there like just like a man. That's what Tinubu is. He's not the one saying what is good. They tell him what they want. Why did David Hunde? If you trace back David Hunde's report, these are the people running Nigeria. Those guys are the people running that country now. And mind you, last month or maybe last week, to say
I'm coming to defend the Christian. No, there is offices, administrative offices that monitor everything that goes around the world. They have been compiling this report for years, making it checks and balance, compiling it until when it's okay, they say, okay, now we can work on this document. So they are administrative blind. What they believe, that's not money, I vote for you. You know, that Nigerian issue makes them behave so uselessly. Some of them, they can never reason 10 years back or to reason 10 years. What the reason is, I beg, give me my phone now. Who the power? More go, contract, more collect money. That is their mentality. Everybody wants to collect money. Their mentality. White House has been documenting from even before 2014 when they went to White House to complain about good luck. There is an office that documents all these things. They check, they work on these things one after. And imperfect. The main reason is not even only to save Nigeria, is also saving the future of the West in 10 years to come. Because they don't have a stronghold on this earth. Because if they have a stronghold, they protect the West maybe in 50 years to come. So they are trying to avoid all this. Wherever there is terror, you will see them, they will arrive. Iran, Iraq, what was the name? Afghanistan, all these places. If you check the ISIS, the Syria and Iraq, they didn't allow them have a place. No matter the kind of quanta where Russia they have with America, they will never allow them to have a stronghold. When it comes in terms of terror, they are no more enemy. They must make sure that they do away with that terror because it's a threat to every living thing. So America knows terrorists, these extremists, they are now in control of Nigerian Asorok, whether we believe it or not. What about Tinubu is there? No, they are in control. Somebody say military regime. If you give it back to military, not them. They are there. They position themselves in every office in that Nigerian government by the help of Buhari. During Buhari, when they capture that country is in their pocket, and the West know about that. So before Trump stand up, coming, if you don't do something, we will take care of it. They are not going to invade Nigeria. He didn't say that. They know the strategic points, all the caves, all the desert, everywhere that these terrorists are staying. They know. They have to, they know the. If they say they know where to go and fight those guys. So if somebody like that, the lady that was speaking before, from our space, the other lady, Nigeria, they don't want Trump to come. What is resources? Some people are crazy. What is resources? Do you have anything that Nigeria should talk to your government? Which government? The same people that is not wrong, they're the same people orchestrating what is going on. You want them to come and fight themselves because this is what they want. You want them to fight themselves on what they are doing to gain, to have their Islamic country. Because they have captured Nigeria. And no matter what, let me tell you guys something. Whether we believe it or not, America is coming to fight them because they're not only fighting them for the Nigerian Christians, they are fighting them because they don't want terrorists to have a strong food. And Nigeria, they have seen that Nigerian government now they are running Nigerian government. So we have to stop them. As time goes on, things will keep on holding up. They are coming, whether we believe it or not. Forget all this APC does it. Because most of the people from the south that are in this APC, they are using them. They will give them money, give them position. They are gallivanting, thinking that this is what. No, these Islamists, they have plans. They have been planning this for more than 40 years. During the Islam movement, more than 40 years. David Hunde opened their mouth, they chase him like crazy. That guy is not around today. So some people will come here and be saying, Nigerian sovereignty. Which sovereignty? Who say that have a sovereignty in that era? This America did not come. The terrorists they wiped with them. That was 4 years ago. When CIA said that the Boko Haram, the terrorists, they are coming down south. People didn't listen to that. They are coming down south. They know the America knows this Nigeria more than they know everything. That they are coming down south. People did not listen to that. And now they are there. They are killing people like crazy. When they say they kill Muslims, let's be frank, the people they are killing Muslims are non-Fulani. Let's say what it is. Tell me, wherever they kill that Muslim in the mosque, check that mosque. It's not Fulanis. they call the army, that they are not good Muslims. Most of them are converts. So some people will say, okay, if they are killing Muslims, yeah, there is genocide, Muslim and Christian. Why can't people accept there is genocide? Do some stupid things, trying to defend what you can never survive. So the thing is that whether they like it or not, Tinubu is, you see what they say, sit up, it's impossible. He cannot do anything. He can't do anything because the people that put him in that power, when people say Emil Locke, he say it with authority. He knows that whatever happened, he must be there because they have promised him. Baba, I need to enter there. But since we are doing what we want, no matter what happens, Tinubu cannot do anything. He's being controlled. People, the middle belt have to be praying to God. I beg, make America come. Even though they pray or they don't pray, America is coming because they don't want to have a stronghold on this planet Earth. Any country enter their government, America will find a way, no matter what you talk in the United Nations, no matter the entity you talk, they are together, they will speak up. Some people are saying, let it happen. Let me tell you something. Before Trump said that thing, Macron knows about it. Together, they all have common interest to protect the West, their own. So no matter what happens, they must come. Before he said that, they have taken it for many years. They have already tabled it. It's a strategy. How they will go out, what they will do, and what they will not do. They have already put it on table. That's the way the whites reason. They have already, before you see them come out and say it, it's already planned. And they have decided to do it. Not like we in Nigeria, we shouting, oh, yeah. At the end, nothing. So the thing is that they are coming. So the best thing for Nigeria now, our faith. After these guys come, after they will go, what is our faith? But if Nigeria keeps the way it is, even though you bring God and his heavenly angel to come and rule Nigeria with the same 1999 constitution, nothing will change. Because that constitution was being written by military men, and which means in the favor of them, the cabals, the Fulani, is in their favor. Change. It's neither you destroy that constitution, bring the people of Nigeria together, let them decide what they want. Are we going to be together or are we going our separate way? If you want to practice your Islamic state, do it in your own side. I want to practice my Buddhism state, do it in my own side. Don't use your own Islamic state to come and disturb me in my own side. I yield for now. Thank you.
Thank you so much. So far, Nigeria has gotten $11 billion in 2000 US aid. $11 billion. In fact, yearly they get over 1.17 billion net for HIV and AIDS and other welfare, whatever. I'm asking, those funds, all those money, who they steal them? Now, the list, was it UAE or which country that list was it? Saudi Arabia, of those sponsoring tourism in Nigeria that was brought to Nigeria. I beg, why was that list not published? Why couldn't they make that list open so those people that have their names on that list could be arrested? No. Aku, please 5 minutes over to you.
Super. Well done for the space.
Mm.
As it stands, Nigeria and the people who call themselves Nigeria, their lives will never be the same henceforth. No matter the outcome, there will be a big change going forward. And I'm perfect. For record purposes, this is not the first time Donald Trump's government designated Nigeria a CPC. That's what people don't get. If you go to the Ted Cruz's today's tweet, if you go to his tweet today,
Aku, please, I sent you something.
Hmm?
Is that intro?
Okay, let me just check my back channel. Yes, of course. Go to. I also wanted to make mention of that.
But I thought
Yeah.
he's even encouraged them to come to this thing.
Yes, go and read the full letter on Aloy Ejimako's page. He posted it less than 2 hours ago.
Wow.
Mm.
All
So if you go to Ted Cruz's page, the tweet less than 24 hours ago, he made it clear that towards the ending of Trump's first tenure, 2020, he designated Nigeria as CPC. That is why, if you remember, El Rufai, all 19 APC, 19 northern governors, I mean to say, went to the US and had a meeting with the Democrat Party, DNC. Apparently, they donated $500 million for that campaign to make sure that Trump doesn't have a second term. Now, Biden got into office and asked them, what can I do for you? Remove that CPC, hide everything that's happening. That is what to show you that Obama is satanic, Obama is a devil. They know that people are being killed. Even up till now, as I'm speaking to you, there is still that conspiracy by left-leaning mainstream media. CNN, if you compare Bring Back Our Girls campaign coverage and what is happening in Nigeria, an American president threatening to come and make that the government is complicit and they will come and secure the life of people. It hasn't happened in Africa before. There's little or no coverage. Do you know BBC even came out and said there is no verified, it's not some of the things Trump said. They try to water down these things. So the first point I want to make is it's not the first time Biden administration came and outdone it. And now and again, the advocacy, especially of Avi, American veteran of Igbo descent. Americans don't play with their veterans. This is a new era. We cannot be in the era of Nigeria of distorting history. Few days ago, people were on space. Hey, Nandi, can answer your case. Hey, don't do this one. Hey, just more time. Very dark man. Hey, it's in China. Everybody's talking about what Trump is saying without acknowledging people that put in their sweat. That is that letter. You read that letter. Nandi Kanu was in rally, Trump's rally in that 2020 that they designated Nigeria a CPC. It is in that letter that he wrote to Trump. So it's not something of today. And this is, see, we cannot miss this opportunity as a people because we are in bondage. It's as simple as the government is complicit. Imagine a government that frowns on when you as a citizen opens your mouth and say, Ogami, I am from Anambra. I know the terrain of Anambra. Can I be the police officer in Anambra? He said, shut up. You are a fool. I will send someone from Taraba to come and be a police officer in Anambra. And then imperfect. Imagine Imagine Trump being told that, hello, sir, people lobby to go and be police in the Southeast just to extort them and ignore the carnage that is happening in Benue State. Imagine how he's going to feel about it. You people think people are joking. I think you people think people are joking. Your country thrives on Mbo. Your country thrives on hiding things, bribing people. So it took someone who you can a business person who want to get things done, not a career politician. Obama was poor, not relatively poor compared to what he is today. Maybe he had a couple of millions prior 28. He has at least half $1 billion as of today. How many 100% increase? Compare it to Trump, who has gone poorer. So there is a level of wealth you'll be born into. People cannot bribe you. That is why it is difficult for Nigerians to go when Obama and DNC were there to say, can you help us? Nigeria will come and say, Obama, leave them. Don't just ignore. Take $50 million. Which charity? Where can we launder this money from? $50 million to look away. And when you go to Trump, you can't. So as a Nigerian that you claim that you are, you should be praying that we don't miss this chance in our lifetime. We are in bondage. The shackles is too much. We have to pull away now. This is the perfect opportunity. It's not the time to start thinking, hey, Igbo, we know you want to go. It's a time to renegotiate. To say, you are given this opportunity to fix this country. You couldn't do it. What can we do going forward? Not a time to lie or to try to, So that is one thing I have to let us know. The government have been complicit. Imagine they now agree that no more lobbying to go and be a police person in the Southeast because Christmas is coming. Everybody go and police your state. There will be no IDPs because see, there will be no IDPs. There have been reports of 2 governors from Benue State who could not their hometowns because Fulani have occupied there. I don't know whether you guys understand what I'm saying. I am saying 2 successive governors from Benue State have said, Army, come with me, you army and police. Let's travel from the capital of Makodi and go to my village. I was told that people are being killed in my hometown. I cannot be in the capital. Let's go. On their way going, they got a call from Abuja to say, our guys say we should abort this mission. We cannot go. The governor doesn't have the power to tell the police and the army, let us go and save my people. I'm talking about the first person of a state. See, a governor, Governor Gabriel Swam, Governor Samuel Otom, these 2 governors could not take the police and the army to go and save their people because the army are complicit. Assuming it is indigenous people who were armed to say, let's protect our land. Nigeria is structured for you not to be able to fight with people coming to kill you. That is why people ignore what Gumi is saying and say Nnamdi Kanu should be killed or jailed. If you are a Nigerian, you are satanic. You are evil. You support evil. And the worst kind of Nigerian is a Nigerian who is in diaspora, enjoying the good life, and now wishing Nigeria remains the way it is. Times are different. Trump has 3 years. That's the bad news for you guys. And he's coming with God speed. Very fast, sweet, smooth, swift, vicious. And they know they have intel. Don't think they don't know what's happening. They know who the bad guys are. Whether it's your mineral or what have you, you haven't benefited from your mineral. You are the only country that allow multinational to dock in your waters, steal crude, while the Navy watch. Your Navy have university, you have Navy officers who have built estates, who have houses in Dubai, a Navy officer owning multinational company in your country. You know all these things. So the country will not be the same. Imperfect, lastly, I'm still on this space. You give kudos to who kudos. See, that Nigeria have never seen the level of inconsistency of IP. No matter how you hate, it is time you see, go and shove your hatred. Your government have been crying. Nandi Kanu said it years back that it is the truth. We are going to expose the Nigeria with the truth. But Obama and co didn't want that to happen. They were milking Nigeria. Now you have someone who you cannot bribe. We now have that voice. We don't want to fight. We want a proper, well-run country. We are scattered all over the world because the country doesn't allow the best the country suppresses meritocracy. So the best of us are scattered all over the world. But thank you. But guys, the tides don't change. Eh? The country. Anyway, let me leave it there. Thank you. I agree to guys. Thank you.
Thank you so much. When all those NGOs work for Nigeria, I feel all those foreign reverend fathers, pastors, they were when I feel see them be unduku or I will hear what. Please, I don't know if I should have Mustafa once more on my platform. What do you think? Ako, Osita. Should I invite him again? I don't know if he's thinking what do you guys think?
Make I talk first before I
No be your turn,
contribute.
Shao. No be your turn. That question
Ah,
Ibrahim Traore, no be your turn. All right. I guess in the military, of course, now for Paras we grow. We have a lady here.
let's speak.
Okay, they just came up now. Hold on. All these people said, are you
Yeah, I'm here.
okay? We are
I found
breaking
nice one.
protocols. Yeah, okay, but go on. Hey,
Wow. Okay, sorry, I was eating. Um,
Can you imagine? She's eating.
I remember this food. I didn't know it was going to be me. I just
okay,
sorry.
yeah,
I
because
was trying to.
anyone that comes up, we are going to
See, yeah,
Huh?
we said anyone that comes up, we're going to give her priority access because all these men don't try to hear their own voices. So let's hear from um, opinion. But if you're busy now, you can go after the next
Okay.
speaker. Okay? You can go after this. That'll be okay.
Okay. Email
All right.
that.
All right.
Yeah.
Please,
Good afternoon.
before you go on a bed,
Okay.
the
Yeah. Sorry,
military
Jerry.
are currently looking for those to join the military. They're between the age of 23 years to 27 years. They go for medical tests and everything. You can just be on reserve, not actual, just join and just be on reserve. Let me share the advert again up here. Nigerian military, we are they are looking for military, able-bodied men and women. I beg, go and join. The pay is good, you know. Go and join. The pay is good. It's get that uniform. All those people who they make you vex for. Once you meet them for you, just one or back or just slap them. Nothing happen. So I beg, go and join the military. We need you guys now. All you patriotic Nigerians. If you love your country, this is the time to to show that yes, you can actually die in the country. Thank you so much. G, over to you. 5 minutes.
Okay. I am. I'll post the link. I beg. So, hey, good afternoon. Well, you see, Nigeria matter. I swear, like, I just feel like this country, we are having serious issues, and then we have people who are preoccupied with Daniel's situation. So I feel like Nigeria is a country where I feel like Nigeria was created for entertainment. Like, we are just unserious in this country. Like, when I feel other African countries trying to, you know, make their own revolution, trying to fight back, take back their country, and we are just behind. It makes me wonder what's the point of calling Nigeria giant of Africa? Because like countries are busy doing what they should be doing, well backwards, right? And then I was now on Instagram, and lo and behold, I saw a video of me. Did you watch that one? Oga dressed to make an interview. I don't know if it's recent, but that's the thing that he posted. So he was trying, I think he was sending a threat to US government, asking them to like, they shouldn't try and bring their armies and everything, that he's going to fight back. I'm like, the audacity. Well, what I want to say is this, right? As a country, I find it very ridiculous that we are seeing things like the gory picture of the Benue killings on social media and not in the news. I watch the news like every day because of this whole situation. So now, if in case they want to blow, like every Nigerian should actually be watching the news now, because if you're not someone that watches news, you should be watching news now, because this is like an emergency situation, right? So I used to watch the news now, and I haven't seen them, air this kind of videos, these pictures that we're seeing on social media. More like they're trying to silence the situation. That's why you see these idiots coming out, this same government coming out to say that there is no Christian genocide. When we are seeing every day, people from Plateau, people from those regions are posting, crying on social media that they are killing people in their communities. Like there's enough evidence on social media, but these people are still denying it. Like the audacity for me, right? And then people are talking about resources. Anyways, I feel like if maybe once if people who have experienced bandits, I have not experienced bandits before. They usually there was a time my auntie experienced them when she was traveling to from Abuja to the east, right? She experienced them. But me, I haven't. So she gave me her own like so what happened. So I feel like if you're talking about resources, you don't even know if one day maybe you're traveling by the road and these guys, you won't even be alive to enjoy the resources you're talking about. So is it not better you're alive? You're talking about resources that is not even getting to you. Resources that is being looted like on a daily. That's what you're fighting for. So you see, Nigeria is just a place where people are now like they've normalized this whole insecurity situation. Like people are dying. Like even the people dying in Nigeria is worse than what's happening in these wars where they're fighting war, like in Sudan and the rest. We're having worse casualties in Nigeria here. And then it's like other people are living their normal lives. Like that there's this massacre. Or let's say like the Israel war now. It's going on in another side in Nigeria. And then other people who are in Lagos, who are in Calabar, where nothing is happening, they feel like, oh, Nigeria is safe. Because they don't understand the in-depth of the way the country is, how bad it is. Because they're not experiencing these things. So if you're in those regions where these things are happening, you won't be talking about resources. So that's why it's not getting everybody's like, oh, it's not reaching my side. So I don't care, right? That's why you see them talking all this nonsense. So we've gotten to the point where people don't regard human lives anymore. That's how I see Nigeria. Like, because they've normalized it. It's like, even if somebody dies, who cares? Like, move on. There's nothing. They don't even like. There's no empathy. They don't have this. You can see it. You can feel it. So that's why I feel like when I saw the picture of a baby that his intestine was protruding out of his stomach, I felt like vomiting. I wanted to cry because like this is happening. This happened just yesterday and it's not on the news. So I wanted to really commend the guy who spoke. There was this guy who spoke. I don't know if he has left the space. He was talking about the Islamization agenda. That was so spot on. He spoke a whole lot of the things I've been having in my mind. There's a whole bigger picture here in this country. There's something that really, really after that's the Islamization thing. And Mazlam Khan was really emphasizing on it before the whole kidnapping happened, where they captured him and the rest. But I feel that's what the whole government, that's what they're really planning to Islamize the whole country, because that's why they don't really handle this whole banditry thing with the way they can actually tackle it, but they're not handling it with the way they should, right? So that's the problem. But Nigerians are too slow. We're not catching up. We're too slow. Like, and I feel it is really going to shock us. Like at the end of the day, it's really going to be like jokes on us if we don't really wake up to our reality. It's like it's going to be like jokes on us at the end of the day. So yeah, I wanted to just applaud that guy that spoke. Do you know his name perfect? I don't know his name. Is I think he has gone. There was one guy
Yeah,
that talked about
that's the guy because they make wonderful
uh,
submissions.
yeah,
The
like
SK
he
or the
really,
other guy.
really said a whole lot of things that's just like of all the people that spoke, he really, really hit the nail, like he hit the nail on the head. Like that's exactly what's going on in Nigeria. A lot of people are just catching up. Like it's like they're too slow. People don't realize the deep shit that we are in. But at the end of the day, I just pray that there's a solution out of this whole thing. Because right now, I don't think there's any solution. And I feel like regarding this Trump issue, it's not going to get to the point that we think it's going to get to. I just think that right now it's just noise. Let's just wait and see. Because this government, they are always very smart. They must have like a back, right? Don't underestimate this government. That's the thing I'm going to say. So yeah, thank you.
Thank you so much. There's a protest going on in those states as government destroying farmland. Where is Obutosi where in charge today? Come and see your state too. Look at what is going on there. The Pentagon also proposed deploying an aircraft carrier uh, for bombers. All right. Now we hear. I feel like the only reason why Trump is doing this is because he's a billionaire on his own. He doesn't need any money or doesn't want to enrich himself anymore. Because USAID was among those um, organizations or agencies that said he are funding Boko Haram, right? In Nigeria. So he's trying to stop all this nonsense and he's already stopped them. So this, I feel like only kind of like a parallel government. So therefore, against Trump, why Trump should fight him back. I think that is exactly what is going on. You see, when
Imperfect.
you see
Imperfect.
Democrats, I detest those people. See Democrats. I don't know what
Imperfect.
what's that one after
They
you come
got
to Air of Fire, man. After you come to Air,
oh, should I go on?
yes, after you come to Air, please.
Okay, yeah. The report they've got, their report, because they, um, sorry, hi to everyone. The report they got is basically who are their major enemies, and one of the number one, I think, is Islamic terrorism. Is number one. Number two is China. Number three is Russia. So number one, they already know who the enemies are. Now they already have reports of what is going on, and that's if you notice, that's why Trump has been going every time to Europe, telling them that they need to restructure their migration laws. Because what happens is that when you do set up your migration laws, they set it up in a way that they don't really do it, or they don't really carry out information of the people coming into their countries. Because most of the people that come into the countries don't assimilate. Now, when people come into the country and they carry where the baggage where they're coming from into your country. So there are certain religions where, or what I call not religious tribes, where they carry their whatever they're bringing from whatever country they're coming from. They will want to enforce that their beliefs in that new society. So they refuse to change. So that's why if you go to cities like now, even you imperfect, some of you who are outside the country, like in Nigeria, some of us in the south, by the time you send your brother, your son to America, 3 months time he's already speaking. The person don't already assimilate. But there are some people like Indians. If you send them to a country 10 years, 15 years, they haven't gotten that language. They're still having that they're Indian. I said, but of course, Indians are not aggressive people. They're those business people. So they tend to respect the people that they stay around with. But there's certain people who do not. They want to come and dominate. And like the last sister
If you go to
spoke about,
Sweden, go to Denmark, all this, they are real smart. Look at what's going
so
on now. So in New York, they are just trying to say they want to dominate.
they are already celebrated all over New
Exactly.
York. They are
Now
praying on. They're even praying on the road, blocking the whole road. So that's what. So they already know what is happening, and the people driving this thing was from Obama, because they use this. Even you, I was even seeing some transgender, some gay people saying they want to be Muslims, and people are not telling them, "Are you really kidding me?" You see them because their own was that I hate Trump, so they use that hatred of Trump to vote for somebody to spite Trump. But they don't know that some of them are actually committing what you call political suicide, because the people that they are bringing in, especially if they've not really carried out the research on the person's past, whether the person really indeed loves the United States, whether the person is dedicated, because there are people who are coming to a society, they are still coming in with some hatred of what they've had right from when they are growing up. Then you're now bringing those people into your society. They still have that, and their brothers are telling them, this is what they did to us that time. This is what they did to us. They will have that, and they will look for a way to implode your society from within. Since they know militarily they cannot come from outside.
I don't know
Yeah.
of one guy in the military from Kano State that said he can never fight forever. Blah blah blah. Blah. He's a Muslim and everything. American army. I don't know if
Okay,
you
I
saw.
didn't see it.
Don't worry. Then go take your passport back. No.
Oh, he said it, but how
He
can he be that
he said he
stupid to
can.
come out?
He said he can fight against one country. Blah. I said, okay. It's like you don't know the steps you took before you became.
So just to add to what you're saying, I have nothing. I have very good Muslim friends, and even if you see a lot of them who are moderates, they are afraid to talk. I have a very good one. He's afraid to talk. He said no. He started giving examples of some of the people who are against some of these things who have been killed. One was killed in Kasina. One was killed here. One was killed there. So all those moderate people are all the mouths are out. They're not coming out as sympathizers to what is going on, because there's an agenda. And I agree that there's an agenda because of what is going on around the world. And even the Americans themselves, they know. And that is why now the Americans have not come into the whole picture. It has changed the whole game, totally changed the whole game. And Trump is somebody, right from the time he came, he has always been talking about protection of Christians. He has been talking about it. Obama never spoke about that. His own was LGBT. And for him to achieve LGBT, he had to bring in people to help him fight that LGBT. And Christians were not the people, because the Christian beliefs are against what the LGBT people are doing. I have
And that
nothing
was
wrong with what you do in
that,
your bedroom. Yeah,
and that
go on.
was what
But what he's trying to do is trying to create confusion. He's trying to create a
exactly. So
confusion.
he had like
Is
a
that
clip
confusion thing that he said, I want to be a Marxist? If you don't create that confusion, you cannot take off power. You understand? If you confusion is what you use to create power. So now the only thing I'm concerned about our government is that this guy has given a directive, will I say Trump, and the government is not doing anything. They may be doing, I'm not aware. Because somebody mentioned something to me through sent me through a text. Said, can you imagine? Okay, no, it was yesterday. I said, you know that ongoing attack in Benue yesterday. I don't know. So I was like, okay, this thing is ongoing, and Tinubu is not taking this very seriously. And like the other brother who spoke before the sister spoke, he said something that Tinubu is not in charge of this government. Tinubu, the way I see Tinubu is not concerned about these things that are going on. He's aware that I think before he came to power, he has already signed some kind of agreements. If you're coming in, these are the things you're going to allow us to be doing. I don't believe he's in total agreement. He has seen what is happening, because if you see what's happening, by tomorrow, they should have been flying drones now trying to eliminate all these people. But they're not even doing it. They're not doing it. And if you go to CBN, is it Christian Broadcasting Network? Have you seen their network? Imperfect. You know that these people have people on site reporting to CPN. Sure, if you see the way they are talking
All
about
those
this,
na
how they are talking
NGOs,
about this
those na
Nigerian crisis, the
NGOs.
American people are using the mouth, calling names of communities inside. I mean, inside what's the place? Benue State.
Benue. Yes,
They
Benue.
call this community here. They call this community here. That means the American. This has been going on for 15 or 16 years, so they have all this information. And Obama, of course, and Biden refused to sell this thing because they had an agenda. Biden and Obama them had this agenda, and they were scared of Trump coming to. Now Trump has come into. Even Hillary Clinton spoke about last week. Hillary Clinton said something that was funny. She said that anyway, Trump is trying doing this, and she said something like this thing of pushing conservative Christian beliefs all over the world. That Trump is taking the world backwards. Now, what that meant is that they didn't want this single world order was trying to destroy Christianity, and that Trump is bringing it back. That's what Hillary Clinton said. This is a woman that was born. So they are trying to create confusion all over the world by That's why when they were doing these things against Christians, all of them kept quiet. But if it was to go and remove the man, Gaddafi, who actually came out to say the truth, because Gaddafi kept on hearing this crisis in Nigeria, and he said it innocently. He said, "Oh, you people are always fighting. Why don't you just pray?" That was under Jonathan. People started attacking him from left, right, and center. Oh, who are you? This one, that one, that one. But Gaddafi didn't say anything wrong. He was saying the truth because if you look at someone like Gaddafi, he wanted peace. And this film we used to watch, Idi Amin Dada, where he used to say he went to the fridge, brought out people eating and all that. All those things are all propaganda and lies. We're trying to paint Idi Amin as somebody who was evil. Yes, he did a lot of evil things, but he was not as evil as what I'm saying. The West can use and paint you to be somebody that is totally not what you are. And that's what they did to Gaddafi. Because I can bet you, if Gaddafi was alive and all these things were going on, he will come out and do something immediately. Because that is one man that never liked oppression. So my point here now is that we have a serious problem. And I ask yourself, there's something issue, and that was the question you asked. What is the long-term solution to this crisis? Imperfect. And another question I want to ask you. Is Nigeria a failed state? Now, those two questions are interlinked. What is the definition of a failed state? The accountant who spoke the last time said something. He said, what is the responsibility of governors or a leader? To protect lives and property. They are not protecting lives and property. They say Nigeria is a sovereign country that all of us should come together. Now, is Nigeria one? That's the third question. I remember when we carried out the last election, you saw what they were doing to certain people from certain areas of the country. And now, if you go all over social media, they're not talking about patriotism. All of us should come together. Who is fooling who? Nigeria is not united. And this division started from Buhari. Immediately, Buhari came to power. He started separating the words he was saying. Then Tinubu now multiplied it with all these corn eaters, both from the north and the south, and even from the southeast, because there are even corn eaters themselves from the southeast. You can see all our governors are going back to APC. So it's a Nigeria from what is a long-term plan? And I'll go back to what my brother said. The solution to this thing is referendum, because these people have a way of life. And my sister said something, value for life. Certain people are talking about life. Certain people are talking about power. So life is not important, but power is important. I yield the mic to you, Imperfect.
All right, thank you so much.
Yeah, Mr.
Thank
Imperfect,
you so
if
much.
you allow me
Yeah,
a minute or two, let me just
yeah,
bring
sure.
something to focus. Okay, so I think that we should be very wary about this religion or religious escapade over this terrorism thing going on in Nigeria. I think we should. In fact, I think religion is the enemy of humanity. Really, religion. Although I recognize there is obviously terrorists flooding through our forest, north to south, east to west. They're kidnappers, they're banditry. There is no question
Abiodun,
about that.
have you seen the
Wait,
video I shared of him? Have you seen the video? What's going on in your state? Have you seen it?
I
Let me
have
just go
seen
to
it. I have seen it.
Okay.
Protest of gunman destroy farmland and artillery. Of course, I've seen that. Thank you. You know, the argument I've always made is that firstly, we are ethnics of people. Yeah, it's just that the far majority of people in these places that have been affected by this kidnapping, banditry, and of course terrorism are Christian people. We fail to forget that we are ethnics of people first before the religion that we practice. There are of course many other people in that community that are not even Christians or Muslims; they're just pagans. They just believe in their traditional gods and all that whatnot. And those people are also victimized by this terrorist attack. I think this categorization of religion, I think it's very dangerous, very very dangerous. Before you know what's happening now, it now looks as though it's now a battle between Christian and Muslim. We need to stop being flogged from one place to the other by all of these, rhetorics about this religion thingy. The people that are being killed in this place, the majority of those societies are Christian. Yes, of course, majority of them are Christian people, but they're also traditional people that are killed too. They don't even believe in Allah. They don't believe in God. They're just traditional people. They're also killed too. How about let's be very careful. Yes, for me, while I do support the America. I'm very, very. I do support the American, intervention, 100%. But I don't agree with their religious characterization of this thing. These are people being killed, whether they are Muslim or Christians or whether they're pagans. They're people first, and these people are actually from a particular tribe, particular ethnic group. Yeah, let us talk about that because that's the real issue here. That's a real issue. You find out that behind all of those invasion is just people, people that are coming to come and take over their land, take over their territory. And that's the real issue. Take over their land and take over their territory. I think that Nigerians, while we recognize that our people are being, I think we should be very, very wary about this religious categorization of it. I am very wary of it. But at the same time, I do recognize that people are being killed in the middle belt, killed in left, right, center, and all these places, and there really need to be an intervention from Nigerian government, or at least from the American government, since the American government have also, offered to solve the problem. Yeah, but I will not make it a religious categorization. I will not fall for that. Yeah, because I think you're saying that Nigeria is two ethnic group, Christian and Muslim. How long? I mean, how long has we as a people just going to filter the nonsense and accept what is correct? Because when things are coming to me, I filter the nonsense away, and I recognize what is correct about that information. So I will not accept that idea that this categorization, that religious categorization. I will not accept it. I will, however, accept that Nigerians are being killed in mass in these regions that they're talking about. Yeah, and these Nigerians, a combination of both Christians, Muslims, and also traditional people that don't believe in God. Have we forgotten that there are millions of Nigerians that don't believe in God? Why do we think like this? Actually, there are millions of Nigerians that don't believe in God. I don't know about your area. In my own those, there are hundreds of all those people that don't believe in God. They're not traditional people, and they too are killed by Boko Haram. They're killed by bandits. All these people too are killed now. Are they not human beings? So suddenly Nigeria has just become Christian and Muslim. How do we think like this? To be honest, I think we can understand why anything these people just throw at us, just swallow it. Even if they throw rubbish at us, we swallow it. We don't look at it first and filter it, accept the correct one and throw the nonsense away. Anyway, that's just and that's why people like me have always been arguing. Nigeria really needs to redesign itself along ethnic lines. Yeah, and ethnic lines does not mean Christian and Muslim. Our ethnicity is who we are. Then before this religion became us, before we started swallowing the religion, we were first a people of a particular ethnic group, a particular tribe. And that's what we still are. Yeah. And these people that are killing in Benue, that are killing in different places, those people are first Idoma, first T people, they're first all of these tribes. Yes, they are mostly Christian religious people, but they have their tribe first. I would look at the issue the way it really is. Yeah. Okay, that's all I want to say. Thank you.
Chief Prophet, I have
Emperor,
a
can I
question.
go on?
I have a question for
Verify,
Abiodun.
verify, verify that you can.
All right, thank you so much. Thank you so much for the opportunity to establish such a space as galvanized various information. Figure out.
This guy, I came in before.
Right, he has been here for like over 4 hours now, right from the previous spaces. After him, will come to you, they're going to Ogene, they'll come to Uku, and Christian after. Please, I don't know when they came here, please. Thank you.
Thanks so much for instituting that. But after barricading me and also blocking me and not letting me speak perfect and all fair. All right, Abiodun, I had your submission about ethnicity and Idoma and everything. But I just want to ask you a simple question. Very simple question. When Awo was invaded, critically, carefully, bloods were stained in the church. What is that?
Okay,
Abiodun,
okay,
are
I'm
you there?
here.
Now,
Do you want me
that's
to
no,
answer
that's
that
number
question?
one. That's number one.
Okay.
There's a lot of instances where the church was carefully attacked. Carefully. No Muslim, no club, no night pub, no club, no party, wedding center, no mosque, but the church was carefully attacked. Blood were spilled. Then is a memorial for those attacks in our war. As some other churches. Now you telling me the international community has no intelligence about Idoma and about ethnicity, various complexity of Nigerians before they say, listen, this is a careful premediation on Christians. Are you telling me they are stupid for doing that?
Okay, so firstly, you didn't even hear me say anything about the international community are stupid or you don't have the capacity.
No. I'm just sorry. Neglect to say stupid. I just say when you excluding them of their stance and saying, hold on, enough is enough. Indicates of attack. They're careful meditation against Christian. This is a Christian genocide with numbers.
Okay, so again, in my submission, you did not hear me debunk or water down that categorization. I said that categorization, in my opinion, only just drives more Christian and Muslim confrontation. We as Nigerians, we have to first recognize that these people, and you asked a very important question, people that were attacked in that church, that church, who are they? Okay, first they were Ondo people that were Christian people. Yeah, they were Ondo people that were Christian people. Yeah, so they are Ondo. And of course, their religion is Christianity. And there is no question that these Islamic people are targeting. But Nigeria is a secular state. We have to understand something. We have to deal with it as these people are being attacked. These are Nigerians being attacked. Yeah. And then, of course, we know that the undertone of the attack is a religious one. But people like me, I'm not going to fall that religion, Christian against Muslim. I'm going to first recognize that these are Nigerian people being killed. And of course, they are attacking specifically the Christian community because it's a jihad thing, really. I'm just saying that we should not climb into that slippery slope of Christian against Muslim. Let's not slide there at all. Let's stay together and stay balanced. Yes, we know it's a jihad thing, but these are Nigerian people, and these are, of course, people of this specific ethnic group, just predominantly ethnic groups, predominantly Christian. So to answer your question, attack on those people or that church. You understand? These are Ondo people that they are attacking. Of course, they were Christians. So I have to recognize who they are first. Before I just bring that whole religious categorization. I'm just saying that we should not be on that slope. Before we know what's happening, you now become a Christian versus Muslim thing, Muslim versus Christian thing. And that has a way of destroying our society.
American has had a history of legal connotation of country of particular concern. They don't have a history of connotation or country of attacking tribes in various regions. Their mediation and their formal legal constituency is to protect Christians. One. Two, human rights of Christians in all countries are sundown. Now, I like the fact that you say you decipher, filter things, but you don't filter one-sided. You filter things in verbatim and call it what it is. We see enough of Nigerian connotations, bandits and headers. These are all sham. These are all sham. It's a problem that has buttressed and led us where we are at the moment. Where we are now is at the lowest conundrum, the lowest. Where we say, wherever you are, you being asked, where are you from? You just have to say you're from Nigeria at the image Nigeria has now. Number one. Number two, the people that were basically, fantastically, carefully attacked, intestines ripped up, stomach bulged out, children, and they're careful. They're careful in their attack. The careful is to eradicate generations. Whatever you do and do children, there's a motive to that. Whatever you do, and you shun down women and children, there's a motive to that. And the motive is to stop the generation and overtake, overrun.
Henry,
Make no
sorry to
mistake. I'm
Henry,
coming.
let
I'm
me
coming. I'm
interrupt
coming.
you
I'm
there.
coming. I'm coming.
There's
I'm
an
coming. I'm coming.
overwhelming
I'm coming.
Henry.
I'm coming. Wait. I'm coming. I'm coming. This is. I've been waiting for a long time. We have failed these citizens, Christians, of calling a spade a spade. The Nigerian political hemisphere, political gangs failed and played politics with the life of these citizens. Cum Christians. I know why I'm saying that. Because it's a careful, because it's not a nightclub they're attacking. It's not the mosque they're attacking. The names released, Umar, let's do a little Google, a little chat activity. Some names here released by, what's the name? UAE uh, is carefully giving me Islamic names. Some of them are sentenced for life. Some of them are sentenced for 10 years. Most of them, they're here. If you prefer permit, I can read their name. Ali Mustafa, all of them are here. What we fail to do is a simple research. Now, till date, there's no justice seen to be mediated on these people, crashing their funds because they're financiers, crashing the helipads, coming down with all stories, helipads coming and leaving, donating bags of ammunition, Nigerian customs, importing armories that's going to Boko Haram, going to the Jihalukwara, going to them, and supporting these people to continue for 20 decades. And now we are here. Somebody, as a big brother, let's call him big brother then, he said, stop it now, or guns ablaze. That is everybody.
Okay,
You and I know.
Henry,
You and I know. Wait.
eh,
You and I know. Wait. You and I know. Stand on terrorism is no
Henry,
negotiation.
I think we're going in circle. The truth is that the evidence is overwhelming. There's an overwhelming evidence. There's an overwhelming evidence that these terrorists are Muslim jihadists. There's an overwhelming evidence that these Muslim jihadists are attacking Christian communities. There is no question about that whatsoever. And I don't think you actually heard the point of the argument. Hold on. Please pay attention. Don't just hear me. The evidence is overwhelming. There is no question about that these terrorists are actually Muslim jihadists attacking Christian communities. However, these Christian people are Nigerians. These Christian people are from a specific tribe, specific tradition, and so on and so forth. Yeah? They're either Idoma, TV, Igbo, Yoruba, they are from all of these ethnic groups. Yeah, that's who they are first. So when he hit Nigeria,
No, that's not who they are first. That's who some of them are.
okay,
We don't know.
okay,
Which we don't know. If you
okay,
if you go
now,
to
okay, so this is
if you go
okay,
to
okay.
no,
I'll leave it there. I'll leave it there. You
yeah,
just said something now that
what you're saying.
you just said something now
What
that
you're
is
saying.
profoundly wrong.
No,
You just said something that is profoundly
sorry.
wrong. We are not
What you're
Christian
saying.
or Muslims. We're not Christian or Muslims first. This is the religion that we practice. Who we are first is our tradition, our ethnic. That's who we
Yeah,
are first.
that's fact.
Okay.
But what I'm trying to make you understand, if you're born now into a Christian home and you're being attacked in the church, you're being attacked as a Christian in the farm. We don't know who. We don't. Most of us are. Most of us have studied this carefully. All these attacks are premeditated in Christian society.
And okay, so okay, Mr. Perfect, I think both of us are saying the same thing. So let's let the mic go around. I don't think Harry is
Yeah. So I've not finished my.
Oh, okay. So finish. I thought you were just asking a question. So finish.
I don't know if this guy came here to give us a lecture. Use your Peckham accent. Please, you have 30 seconds. Please, we are tired of this. You back and forth. Thank you.
Okay, thank you. Because you know me, I love dealing with facts and I love dealing
I
with
don't
things.
know you. Please. I don't know you. Please,
All right,
30
thank
more
you.
seconds.
So my dear well wishers of Nigeria, we have failed these people. When I say we are including me, we have failed these people. We're rigmaroling, in circles with nothing to arise amount to nothing. If they decide they have more intelligence, they have gathered a lot of information to prove that this is a genocide, which the evidence are everywhere. It's even to the extent of yesterday, 48 hours, till today, Tinubu didn't say anything about that. Then there is a careful, premeditated complicit in the government. So if they make any move, if they make any move to do that, you can't blame them because after all, they have this man's file. They have his file. They are holding him in the balls. So there's no way he can even snatch, grab, and run. Where are you running to? I want to know where you're running to. People are talking about resources now. People are talking about lithium. So I was in the space. Someone is talking about lithium, Tesla. This Americans coming for that bullshit. Bullshit. Where your own army, your own men are already using helipad and taking gold, market in Dubai, Zamfara, gold, California, Zenium. All these things are already being sold in Chinese markets now, correctly mining illegally. This thing in your life? Nothing. All you have for how many years, decades? What is it? What is it in your life? Nothing. We're talking about life. We don't even care about. For now, once you're killing children, women, and life, forget about it. We're going in guns place. Thank you.
Thank you so much. I think right after you come to Ogene, Argentina, then to Benin. Thank you. Call
Yeah.
please. Are you doing?
Thank you. My name is Bliss, please. Thank you very much.
Okay, so
You cannot go on, sir. Sorry.
Imperfect. Who is
I'm
supposed
going
to
to talk now. Me. Is that okay, imperfect, or what?
Call believe. Go on now. After you then Ogene, call believe first.
He was asking. Yeah. He was asking. Okay, thank you very much. I greet imperfect. How are you doing? Thank you for telling Nigerians if you are within that age, you are very capable, you can join Nigeria Army. You haven't put the links yet. Bad boy. Right. The two gentlemen that just was exchanging few words, respectively. I think you are almost saying the same thing. You know, Abiodun, you are saying it's a fact. Islamic jihadists are killing people because of their religious belief. I don't know what nomenclature you want to call that, but you established that fact. But then you said these people who might be, maybe in their church, maybe they are Yoruba, Igbo, or Tiv, or Awusas, or whatever. So that is a fact too. So two facts here. I don't think anybody is wrong. But if you kill me because I'm a Christian, what would you call that? If you are telling us that it's a dangerous hole to get ourselves in, there are disadvantages to that. I understand what you're saying, but people are being murdered because they are Christians. So that is a fact. But other facts as well. So facts can be, that these are not opinions. Opinions are shaped by your emotions. But facts are there. Fact is that other people are being murdered too. Muslims, traditionalists, everybody who are Nigerians. Even we've lost people that are not Nigerians as well. Maybe they moved to live in Nigeria. So that's another fact. So the facts that Donald Trump is bringing to us is one of these facts I've just itemized, that Christians are being murdered. And that's the fact. That's the fact. So you're not wrong, Abiodun, and the gentleman that was talking with you is not wrong either.
Thank you very much. It's facts with numbers. With numbers.
Yes, yes, definitely. You are right, Ray, and thank you for that. So, so we can establish this, and if Muslims or traditional worshippers or whatever you believe, or any ethnicity comes out and say we are being murdered, you're crying for help. Ukrainians cried for help. They were supported with billions in all corners of the world. Their women, their children were supported. So what is wrong for a pastor to be burying people and shouting that please help us? Governors were calling during Buhari's regime. Governors were calling for help, for support. Nobody answered them. Nobody. So we have failed. See, when somebody call you a disgraced nation, that is 100% true.
Remember, is it good luck? There were mercenaries that were sabotaged. There were mercenaries that were sabotaged. Before they get there, the gas masks were worn by the terrorists. So Nigeria is a failed and disgraced nation. Thank you.
Yes. So it's a fact. We cannot look after ourselves. That is a fact. So, and again, when people say our minerals they are coming for it, Donald Trump told the president of Ukraine, said, listen, sign this deal and let us do a deal. Do you think these countries have some money to waste? They have people in their country they need to look after. So if they are coming, do you think that's going to be free? So they should come and use their drones, they use their own money to, your president will buy a watch, a wristwatch for the worth of the Ukrainians' drones. Do you know how much they sell them? Your politicians will wear it on their wrist. They will wear about 1,000 of it that they need to use to dismantle these bastards killing people. They wear it on their wrist. They bring the money to America. Wike is boasting of $1 million houses. Do you know how much a drone in Ukraine cost? They actually, for your information, they're building it themselves. Yes, they get donated with, but they are now building it themselves. For Nigerians, we can build kilishi machine to make kilishi. Yeah? So that is the problem we have here. So we need help. That's a fact too. We need somebody who is going to help us. But all you're saying is, oh, our minerals is going to be taken. Your minerals are already being taken right now. Right now. A retired military chief in Ondo State A driver that I know went to deliver flat screen in his house, and he was paid. He was meant to be paid 50K. The general, the retired guy, he brought out money that are mint, new notes, but dusty. They brought the currency, your Nigerian naira, from a soak away, it's sewage tank. So these are the people running your country, and your goals are in Dubai and everywhere right now. So if you are thinking America is going to come and then you're going to come free, that's not going to happen. But the fact is, you have 150 neurosurgeons in Nigeria. One of them is kidnapping in. So what are you actually talking about? Where say, Abiodo, if you tell us, yeah, we have to redesign, go back, do some things and redesign, it's not going to say who is going to die tomorrow. Tonight, it's not who is still that neurosurgeon is in bush right now. Who is going to save him? So we've left this long. We haven't looked after ourselves. So we are in this deep shit. We are in shit, basically. So few drones, please, Donald. Few drones, yeah. We know where they are in Sambisa Forest. They are on their Bajaj machines. They run around with their guns blazing. Yeah, let's see what happens with few drones. I don't think America will come with boots put on ground. I don't think they'll do that. That's too expensive. Ukraine, Russian war shown that was that few drones, even in Israel. I mean, please break this Islamic jihadist backbone so that we can have some peace in Nigeria. People are dying. Thank you, Imperfect.
Okay, thank you very much. There, thanks for.
You know, Abiodun, sorry. You know,
No. I'm sorry. Hold on.
Thank you very much,
And please,
Kobelis.
the last speaker now. How much did neurosurgeons in the UK? If this man decide now to leave Nigeria and relocate to the UK, he's not going to make much more money compared to you.
neurosurgeons is getting no less than 500,000 per year. Not less than that. Okay, with that, maybe 400,000 per year. But anyway, that's just fine. I don't know how long it's practice. But at the end of the day, do you know all this problem we're having is affecting our food bank? A healthy tuber of yam, 5,000 naira. Healthy one. I have to restock for my parent. One healthy one is 5,000 naira. Now, imagine somebody that all his lives in Nigeria is making, even if you're making 1 million per month or 2 million per month, you buy a healthy spur, yeah, maybe like, let's say 20 of them, like times them by 20. Now, remember, this is pari passu related to the Benue Food Bank, the Northern Food Bank. Everything is connected to this death of these people and this genocide. So if we don't call a spade, are we continue to degrade and degenerate to what end?
Okay, so we'll call it spade a spade. Thank you, El Ray. Let's go to the next speaker. Let's try to be honest here about what is practicable and what is not. I know that these spaces that we make, there are a lot of international um, um, personalities that may even be coming to listen here to what we say. I like, this is a public space and there is no specific rules to enter this space. A reporter from cable network news or from BBC, from RT, even the government officials from America may just come in here and just be listening. From anywhere, just come and listen, to what we say. Sometimes they take these things that we say and they go, investigate. That's why people like me, I just try to keep it as, truthful as possible. Draw my arguments from facts that are on ground, not from sentiments, really. I don't run around with the waves of rumor. I double check what I'm saying and just try to make sure that what I'm saying is really what's happening. Yeah. Okay. Well, let the next speaker speak, please.
Okay, I
So,
think
imperfect, am I the next speaker?
imperfect. Are you there? I think I should speak.
Ogbeni, please. Is it Ogbene Feji?
Ogene.
Ogene Feji. Please go right ahead.
Yes.
Abiodun is Ogene.
Yes.
Ogene.
Abiodun is Ogene.
Ogene.
We're all
Ogene.
Nigerians.
Yeah.
Ogene.
Sorry, guys.
Okay. So
I'm lost now.
good evening,
Ogene
everyone.
Feji. Thanks for coming. Let's have
Yeah.
it
Can you hear me?
loud and clear.
Okay. So yes. I'll just go straight to the point, right? Where we are right now with this situation of Donald Trump was, I mean, it's almost inevitable. And why do I say that? So, on a spectrum of hard things Nigerians need to do to get Nigeria better. So, on that spectrum of the hardest things we need to do, the easiest was to elect um, Peter Obi as, I mean, let me not just say Peter Obi. The easiest was to elect a good leader, right? And in this case, let's say Peter Obi. That was the easiest thing to do among the hardest things. So, uh, from my little analysis, what I saw was that, okay, after electing him as the leader, the next thing to do is to clean house. That's cleaning agencies. Now, what can happen? So, why I'm saying this is that what is happening right now should have been maybe, while I said it's almost inevitable, if these things happens, then this one can come, right? Because right now we cannot, some people say, oh, there is Islamization of Nigeria. Right now, you cannot differentiate between Islamization of Nigeria and incompetency, right? So that's why I don't just jump into certain things. So it's not like we don't have certain things at the back of our mind, but you want to lock all boxes and then you know that, okay, this is where the problem is, right? So that's why I've not uh, uh, I don't say, oh, there is Islamization of Nigeria, because you cannot differentiate between Islamization and incompetent, right? Because right now, this current government is incompetent. So, what were the paths to follow before we come to a certain conclusion? The first step that I analyzed was, okay, elect Peter Obi, which was the easy part. The next one is him cleaning house. Now, what are the challenges that I foresaw that he was going to face? Number one is uh, um, you see videos of military agencies saying that they are supplying rice for bandits and all of these things. So when he wants to change and clean house, he will face some really, challenges, right? Because if there is Islamization of Nigeria, certain things will not want to change, right? Things like people who are head of certain agencies, knowing that this man will change the direction of that course, there's going to be a really serious pushback. And what I thought was going to happen, what I think will happen, is that that's Peter Obi, might probably be assassinated. Then when that is done, then we know that, okay, so this is the direction. It's becoming like really clear that this is where, I mean, this is what is actually happening. So elect Peter Obi, him trying to go back and forth. You see, the difference between Peter Obi and some other leaders is that why some will allow certain things to play on. Like there was a speaker that said, um, Tinubu made an agreement that certain things should play on while he is doing his own politics. So Pio is someone that, why apart from good leadership, he has conscience, right? So I
Okay,
believe,
but is this a campaign for people to be like,
no,
let's
no, no,
talk
no. Can
about
you just
this?
listen? So I believe that instead of him allowing certain things to go on, he will want to handle insecurity. So if we elect a leader, that's why I said I'm just using him as an example. If we elect a good leader who really wants to handle insecurity, and we have some bourgeoisies that don't want insecurity to stop because of their own agenda, some things will play out. Either you see begin to see chief of staff going against the directives of the president. You see commandants going against the directive of the president because some agendas must follow through, or at the end, the president being assassinated and all of these things. So once we've gone through that stage, then we can now arrive at this stage where we are right now, because we can completely ascertain that, okay, this is what is actually happening, right? So I am very careful not to, because we still have incompetent leaders. So you cannot differentiate between incompetency and Islamization right now. So once we've attained that point, we can now say, okay, this is where we're driving. But now that we are here, what I think will happen, what I think will happen is that if Donald Trump goes ahead with what he wants to do, right? I would just so what I think will happen is that we might have a situation of what played out in Gaza in the sense that you have this growth. Because believe me, we have no idea of some really radical individuals that Nigeria is currently hosting, right? So what will happen is when I say a situation that happened in Gaza was happening in Gaza, is see humans being used as shield in the sense of a lot of kidnappings going on, and it will escalate not just in the north. It's definitely going to come to the south and all of that because now nobody wants to yield, right? So that's what I see will play out because how can you now? It becomes difficult to fight that situation because I think one of the challenges of the Israeli soldiers and whatever in Gaza is that okay, you have say for example, someone is holding a child in front and flogging you, Betako Boko at your back. How do you defend yourself in that situation? So and then the propaganda begins to fly that Donald Trump is killing Nigerians, and so they'll that civilians will be used as shield and all of this. So it's going to be really dirty. That's my fear if Donald Trump really carry out his actions and all of those things he says. So one advice that, of course, he is not listening, but whoever is listening out there, if he's actually going to carry out this threat, then he should back it up with, should I say, education. What do I mean? According to John Luke, humans were born as empty slates. So we know that some people right now they feel that this is an attack against their religion and all of these things. Innocent people, because we are born as humans, we are born innocent, and then due to our environment, religion, and all of these pathways, we become radicalized in some sense, right? Some people have not got into that radicalized state, but they are still they are still religious, so they might feel that this is an attack against their religion, even when they are dying in poverty and all of these things, right? So if Donald Trump is going to carry out his threats, he should also do more of education, like speakers announcing. Use we have sorry, people speaking Hausa, like flying with drones and then speaking that this is a fight against terrorism and all of this. And so you must carry out attack with education. Unfortunately, trying to, I think Israel did the same thing, like loudspeakers telling the people this is against terrorism, this is not against you, this is not against. So that's if we are going to proceed from here. And unfortunately, where we are right now, I don't think there should be any going back because I was thinking that we're going to be really lucky to unite and then fight for good leadership. But where we are right now is a really dicey place where we are, should I say, on the religious ground, which is a very strong thing that holds Nigeria together. Where we are right now, it's really decentralized. It has that bone has been really divided. It's broken already, right? So going back right now, it's really difficult because now we will have people. A lot of things have been said by well-meaning Nigerians, knowingly or unknowingly, and then these things will come back to light when all is said and done, and then we want to go back to election as usual, 2027, and campaigning for Peter Obi. These things will be used as, oh, look at the people that are campaigning for this man, propaganda, right? Look at the people campaigning for this man. Look at what they say. Look at what they say. So this is where we are. There is no going back, and it's a scary point, right? So I would just hope that some decisive decisions, or what? How is it? Yeah, he should just go ahead and do what he wants to do to tackle um, the terrorism and all of that, because it's a really dicey place we are right now. So yeah,
Sorry, but Fedi, who should decide what he has to do?
yeah, Donald Trump just have to go ahead with his
Okay,
threat.
okay,
I have a question. I have a question
Look,
for
hold on. You guys, okay? Um, Donald Trump is the president of the United States of America.
Yeah,
Donald Trump is there to serve American people. Donald Trump will intervene um, um, in the matters that has got to do with American Hold on, please. Hold on.
Uh-huh.
If the United States of America want to intervene in other sovereign countries' matter, there is international law that guides that kind of procedure. I have told people severally, we are not in the dark ages. Whatever I'm saying, just check now. There are international laws that
But you
guide.
talk as if you don't know the role the US plays in
Hold
global
on,
trade.
I know
No,
the
let's
rules. I know
yeah,
the
we
rules.
have sovereign nations.
Oh,
So
I
what
know
do you
the
think is
rules.
happening in
I know the
Venezuela?
rules that they play. However, international law is still there. Okay, and I know that these superpowers sometimes act arbitrarily.
So you know these things and
Hold on a minute, please. Allow me.
okay.
Kindly hold on. Hold on. And you can rebuttal when I finish. I know
Uh-huh.
that they act arbitrarily. I know that the American government in the past have even, without approval from the United Nations Security Council, have done what they did. I know that Russia have done it. I know all these superpowers do it. We know these things, but the law is still there, and we must still look at what the law says. This kind of thing. Is it possible that America can attack? Is it possible that America can just jump into Nigeria? Yes, but there will be
That is the
controversy.
way you paint it, the way you are painting it, America will just jump into like
Okay, I'm sorry, I had to. Okay, we have seen these superpowers do these things. Just invade the sovereign country without proper approval. I have said this tirelessly. Anybody can argue what you argue, however you want to argue it, but the law is very clear. Article 51 of the United Nations Charter is clear. A country can only do such without approval in self-defense. And they can even preempt it in some cases where there's an imminent attack on their assets or on their citizens. A sovereign country cannot just invade another sovereign country. They cannot just do that. Now, we've seen superpowers that have done that have just violated international law, just done that. But we know those things could happen. And history have even shown us that they do happen. Russia recently has done that. Even the American government have done that before. But the law is the law. If American government will intervene, they must get an approval from the United Nations Security Council to do that, and they can even get the approval within 48 hours. So when I say things like people will think, oh, this is going to take some process, they can even get within 24 hours, depending on the urgency. Okay, so this must be done for them. And look, proportionality also comes in play. There's something they call proportionality. Depends on the severity of the situation. They will not just throw boots on the ground, throw army into Nigeria. No, they have generals, they have their war department that will look at proportionality, look at strategy, look at what needs to be what needs to be addressed. And for instance, Nigeria is not at war. If Nigeria was at war, we'd be talking, okay, well, a military regime on the ground, sending armed regime. No, it's killing pockets of terrorists. I mean, Islamic terrorists all over our forests. So this idea, I'm going to say this again, this idea that America is going to send their armies, their troops of army into Nigeria, it's not going to happen actually. Yeah, and if they intervene, it might, and I'm sure I might be right. It might just be, an attack. Send their air missiles, their air jets, or what they call it. I don't know what they call it. I'm not a military thing. To come and bomb all those terrorists in the forest and temple the whole place. Huh?
Jet fighters.
Yeah, they're jet fighters, exactly. That's what they will just probably come and do. And within a wink of an eye, they bomb the whole place and level the whole place down. They are gone. So this is not a war thing, that they'll be sending army. No, guys. So I don't know why we keep fronting as if America is going to send army. This is going to be another Libya. This is going to be another Iraq. It's not going to be another Libya. It's not going to be another Iraq. They are just going to send their fighter jets come and bomb all those people away, and that's it. That's what I think will happen. Yeah, and the army military is very sophisticated. The United States military is very sophisticated. They can figure out what these people are even from a distance, and just bomb all of them. So they don't just invade another country like that, guys. That's all I'm trying to say. They don't just send military. Boom, boom. That's not how it's. We're not in the dark ages. Anyway, that's all I wanted to say there. Yeah, this thing that we keep saying that if America is going to send their their military into Nigeria. It's not going to happen.
So you just muted me. So let me just ask you three questions. Number one.
Okay, then thank you so much. Thank you so much. Ugochi, your net, please. Thank you.
Hitler, imperfect Hitler.
Are you there? If you're not there, let's go to Benna. Benna,
Yeah, I'm trying to talk and someone is interjecting. Hello, everyone. Thank you,
Is it
Imperfect.
a network? Because I can't really hear anything.
Can you
Please.
hear me? Can you guys hear me?
Yeah, we can. Go ahead.
Okay. Thank you, Imperfect, for this space once again. I'm so happy that in the past close to 1 week now, finally we are not talking about DVM or BVDSM. What's the name of this guy? VDM, and how it was, increasing the prices of goods.
Are you guys hearing me?
Yeah, he's talking about very tough man.
So we're not talking about, oh, is big price or big.
Can you hear me?
Someone could.
Who is this guy?
Is my voice coming out, please?
So it's very okay that Nigerians are aware. Passive awareness. It probably happened for 1 week and we all go to sleep. I hope it's sustained. And when we start this kind of space, there was somebody that talked a long while talking about, oh, what Democrats did, what Obama is doing. When we have this kind of national issues, it's very important that we stay within the context of the conversation and stop talking about American politics. Americans are playing politics for the interest of their own people, not for the interest of Nigerians. And that's just a simple fact. If Donald Trump, who I don't support, like his politics in America where I live, decide to do something very necessary to contain extreme Islamists in Nigeria, I totally support him. And that's the difference between politics played in other part of the world and Nigeria. In Nigeria, everybody tends to support who is their man, no matter what the policy the person is, coming up with. Donald Trump is not my man when it comes to local politics in America. But what he's doing in Nigeria right now, what he's trying to do, is very important that we send out the message that the world is seeing these people dying. This thing has been happening for over a decade now. Nigeria has been pumping hundreds of millions of naira, if not billions, into these fighting terrorists. And we don't even understand that the money that is used to fight these terrorists often end up in the hands of high-ranking military officers who buy houses in Dubai. These are money that should be going into developing the country, the infrastructure of the country. We are in protracted war with terrorism, and we are not getting any result. And now, external forces are talking about it. People are getting interested.